respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I am today presenting before you one of the live project or live act which is happening in the Sri Dharmasthala Manjunadeshwara College of Ayurveda and Hospital Hassan. And the topic is the public health initiative on Swarnamrita Prashna, a multi-centric trial. The paper is created by Dr. Shailaja Yu and Dr. Prasanna Rao. Like WHO defines traditional medicine as those including the diverse health practices, approaches, knowledge and beliefs incorporating plant, animal or mineral-based preparations, spiritual therapies, manual techniques and exercises applied singly or in combination to maintain well-being as well as to treat, diagnose or prevent illness. So, Ayurveda being a traditional science and Suvarna Prashna is explained by the Acharya Kashyapa in the Lehanadhyaya as one of the traditional systems, traditional medicines for the children. And this is the statistics regarding the usage of traditional medicine all over the world. And India, bearing a long-standing medical system with rich heritage, evolved a continuous evidence-based scientific research that is Ayurveda, systemized to professionalism for the prevention, promotion and care of the disease condition, in addition to promote and maintain positive health. And why it was noticed that people living in the coastal areas of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Goa were administering drugs to the children with ritual flavor for health promotion on advice by the traditional Vaidyas there, and these were identified as Swarna in different forms with Grida and Madhu. So Swarna Prashna, first it was Swarna Prashna. It is a process in which the gold or the herbs with gold are taken in the form of liquid, semi-solid or paste by children through their mouth is called Swarna Prashna. And Swarna Prashna has been mentioned as it is an important recipe for child growth and memory enhancement and also to promote longevity in children. Swarna Prashna was modified on the literally backup from classical compendiums to Swarnamrita Prashna, what we are practicing now. The ingredients are Guduchi, Brahmi, Vacha, Jadamamsi, Ashwagandha, Shankapushpi, Estimadu, Pipali, Maricha, Swarnabhasma, Grida and Madhu. And these are the main ingredients. And how the mode of preparation of Swarnamrita Prashna especially practiced in our college is we will prepare 200 ml of Guduchadi Kashaya. To add, we will add 50 ml of ghee along with 2 grams each of Brahmi, Vacha, Jadamamsi, Ashwagandha, Shankapushpi, Estimadu, Pipali and Maricha, and 50 ml of Murtse Grida, and then we will heat it on a low temperature according to the Gridabhaga technique of Sharangadhara. And at the time of administration, we will be adding 1.2 gram of Swarnabhasma and 50 ml of honey, and then it is titrated with the Grida and administered. And the dosage we are adopting is from like 4 drops to the children and administered using a dropper. And how it becomes a public health initiative. Like the medicine we are preparing in our teaching pharmacy only, and as a public health initiative we started this on 29th May 2009, and the children aged between 0 to 16 years of age, which is the age group of Bala, we are taking, and the medicine is administered on the Pushya Nakshatra day, which is auspicious for all the medicinal preparations. And up to now, till date, I think, and up to the 2013 April, we have given 53 cycles of Swarnamrita Prashna. And this is among the 30 districts of Karnataka, we have 15 centers, and we have started the first in May 2009 in the Hassan Center. After 3 months, we started in Chikmagalur. We got about 434 patients, and after that, 5 months after that, we started in Mysore. And these are the 15 centers, and till date, up to 19th April 2013, we have administered about 3,99,114 doses to the children. And for statistical analysis, we are classified the people who are children who have completed the 21 doses. We got about 3,137 children who had completed 21 cycles of Swarnamrita Prashna. And this is the number of cycles of Swarnamrita Prashna administered in the 15 centers all over Karnataka. In the Hassan is the highest, it's about 53 cycles we have administered. And this slide shows the year-wise distribution of doses. Like in 2009, we had about 36,954 doses we have administered. In 2010, we administered 1,21,236 doses, and in 2011, we administered the highest number of doses, amounting about 1,58,190. And after that, 2012, we had a reduction in the children coming to especially to the centers, because all over Karnataka, people started practicing this act of Swarnamrita Prashna, seeing our practice. And this year up to April 2030, we have administered about 22,211 doses. Like the last Swarna Prashna we have conducted on the 16th of this month, May. That data I have not included because it's on the statistical analysis only. And this is the number of doses we have administered in each center. In Hassan Center is the mother institution of SDM. There only we have administered 1,87,444 doses, and remaining is the doses of other centers. And like for the, not only we have administered the doses, we have gone for an assessment through by way of questionnaire consisting of 9 questions. Like first question was how long your child was under Swarna Prashna therapy. Second one, how you noticed any physical and behavioral change. Third one, whether your child was suffering from any respiratory like infections like cough, running nose and recurrent fever. And fourth question was whether your child was suffering from any gastrointestinal tract complaints like loose motion, vomiting, etc. And next one is the how is the response to infection reduction. And next is the change in the behavior of the children. And next is any change you have noticed in attention to studies and the concentration, as Ajaryas have explained the qualities of Swarna Prashna like that only. And does your child had asthma or convulsions? If yes, what is the response about Swarna Prashna? And last 9th question was, have you volunteered to create awareness about Swarna Prashna? So among that we have given to about 400 patients, and we have got 346 people responded, and 94.73% we got like improvement of mental and physical health was improved, and 56% people told like there were no recurrent respiratory tract infections. 79.4% showed like improvement in intelligence was there, memory was there, and concentration was there. Like 79.8% proved like improvement in GIT complaints, and 92% volunteered to create awareness, their awareness to the coming people. Like this is the act what we are doing in all the Push Nakshatra days in our mother institution and also the other 14 centers overall Karnataka. Like when the patient comes, you can see in the right upper border, you will be taking the case like general information, personal information of the patient, and we will be recording, and after that we will be going for the screening of the patient. There we will be recording the anthropometric measurements, weight, height, and all the anthropometric head circumference, chest circumference, mid-arm, mid-thigh, and all these will be measuring. And after that, the patient will be going to the dropper counter, and the patient will be given the child will be given the medicine. And the center picture, it is the the Kumbha view is containing the Swarna Prashna. And also in addition to that, we have conducted a clinical study. Commonly the children will be experiencing on the school going age, the children will be experiencing the respiratory tract illnesses. So we have conducted a pilot study with 30 patients, 30 children between the age group of 3 to 8. And the pilot study also we got the results like the reduction in the cough symptoms like 43.8%, in the sleep disturbances 96.2%, in the reduction in the ronchitis 37%, in the tonsillitis 50%, dyspnea 65%, and pharyngitis 66.7%. In the discussion part, I like to tell here we have conducted both multi-center public health initiative and clinical study to note the preventive and promotive aspect of this Swarna Prashna. And this gold is one of the noble metals being used in continuity to increase the vitality and immunity. And the clinical applications of Swarna Bhasma, that's the gold in the calcium form and the gold salts, are integrated both in Ayurveda and medical science for rejuvenation and immunomodulation for chronic diseases. In Ayurveda, herbo-mineral compounds are used for healing properties with an objective to health promotion. The conclusion slide, I like to tell the comprehensive controlled clinical trial with immunological profile determination can only be opened for wide use in National Health Program for the benefit of children suffering from immune deficiencies and malnutrition. And ultimately, Ayurveda could improve the quality of life through health promotion strategies by developing integrated and multi-sectorial approach for population-based prevention interventions. Thank you. I like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers and Dr. Virendra Hegdeji and my beloved principal Dr. Prasannan Rao for his support and care.
A question for you. Swarna Bhasma is extremely valuable medicinally, but how many milligrams of Swarna are included in each dose? Not grams, milligrams.
Yes, sir. And what we got from our SDM research laboratory in Udupi is in 1 drop of Swarna Prashna there is about 2 milligram of gold.
1 drop or 1 ml?
1 ml. 1 ml. 1 ml contains 2 mg gold, and the research work is conducting. Like we have presented 4-5 projects to the CCRIS. Like we are going to work on, like already the fund is submitted, given by the SDM Education Society, and we will be conducting studies. We have started studies on immunomodulatory effect, on the GAT effect, and
Now, how much bias do you think there was in the answers to those questions you gave?
like up to now, like I am doing PG there for 2 years. Up to now, what information I had, that I have forwarded to you.
The thing is that those questions you presented were extremely suggestive. They were very suggestive. You put your first question, this is to do with Swarnabhasana, and you put how much reduction have you seen in your child, improvement have you seen in your child's health? Obviously they're going to say yes. It's suggested by your questions. The scientific value of the answers to the questions is very simple. You don't. Those
Methodology of the study should have been a little different.
You need to get an objective assessment. All the parents are going to say that, oh, my child is doing so well, we've given him this Vipassana. You can't help but get that kind of bias. It's a very interesting question. It's a very interesting study. But you've got to get better assessment.
It's a classical references therein by according to Kashyapa, but then also we have it's an observation, moreover like a study. It's an observation.
You should say this is a perception
Yes,
of the users, parents' perception of the improvement.
So what we perceive, what we are seeing every month in the 15 centers across Karnataka.
No, you might be seeing,
Yes.
but the way to evaluate that should be a little different. You should have the questionnaire in a different way, administer it in a different way to get an objective answer. Maybe you should develop some scale, ask them to scale it. Then they will not, everybody will not say it was improving, something like that. So please consult somebody who does pre and post usage studies, questionnaire drafting. It's a scientific methodology. That's what he is suggesting.
Yes.
And you can improve in the future. What you are doing, continue, but use a different way of evaluation.
What is the reference for this one?
Sir, Leknath, yes.
In Leknath, he has told to give Swarna daily for 1 month or 6 months. You are giving once in a month.
Yes.
What is the use?
Yes, sir. Like the pilot study we conducted for 30 patients on respiratory tract illness was for a day continuously. We were given for 30 days. So there is a lot of practical problems are there for giving for children for continuously.
Practical problem is not thing. What textbook tells you should give daily for 30 days. Then only it is useful.
Yes, sir. That we have
But
assessed.
you are giving once in a month.
No, I have heard there is another reference which says give Swarnamrita Prashna on Pusha Nakshatra.
No. Pusha Nakshatra only to preparation of the drug.
Yes, sir. Like
Not for giving the drug. In Ayurveda, there is a definite indication, definite reference. In Pusha Nakshatra, you have to prepare the drug. But there is no reference to give it in non-Pusha Nakshatra. I don't know how this study is done like that.
sir, what I perceive is like
You have studied for 30 days, this is good.
Yes, sir.
Then it gives result. But once in a month, how it will give result?
once in a month what we want to make
I
it
think
a
it is your perception of result.
like sir, so like Garbhadana Samskara and Pumsavana and Swarna Prashna, there is a reference like you should be practicing in Pusha Nakshatra. So that by
It's okay. What you have presented, someone else has studied.
yes sir, I know
But
that
actually, it should be done.
Yes.
Continuously, you have to give this one. Actually, I am practicing in my hospital. Continuously, we give the drug for 30 days or 6 months as baby mother life. Then you give that definite result.
yes sir, what
I hope if you do like that continuously, if you give Swarnamrita Prashna,
yes sir, what all the
daily good drop.
so what all the
Actually, practically, it is possible.
sir, what all the pilot studies we conducted, sir, one minute. What are the pilot study conducted and the studies which happening now this year also one person has given the thesis work on Swarnamrita Prashna and that is for 30 days.
గారు